What's up, guys? I was not expecting that. I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't tell you.
All right, how you doing, guys? How you doing? Look at the comments. It's not as spammy as it used to be, and that's a
We
good
cleaned
reason.
it up.
We made some rules here for the live comments. So everyone that wants to comment on these live streams, you have to be subscribed to the channel. So only people that are subscribed to the channel can comment, and we put a limit on so you can only comment once every 60 seconds, which means that the people that actually have good questions, we're going to be able to actually pull those questions out and talk about that. All right, Alex. Any news? Any trades?
Yeah. So, I just talked to you a minute ago. I sent you a message this morning about yesterday on stream. We talked about the euro at a certain level. Okay, we actually took a short at the end of yesterday's session. Everybody was there. We took a short from here, and both Jordan and I at the end of the stream closed early, and it went then straight to TP. And I was looking at it, I was like, that is just our luck, you know. But we were talking about this level with the
my name is not Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, bro, I'm so sorry.
It's Jonathan or Jonathan or whatever. But yeah,
So we were talking about this level. The EMA is slowly coming up. Obviously, this massive big push up. The top of this range, 50 fib, all of those different things. When I came into the office this morning, I saw this big push down into that area that we wanted to buy. And I actually saw price breaking down through the EMA. And for me, this is a good place to buy. And that's where I had an idea of maybe this is going to induce traders to come in and look like price is breaking down, but it's actually going to turn into a bit of a pin on the 1 hour, which it did. It turned into a pin bar, and then it held as support. So from that's when I actually entered into the trade. So I'll put my trade levels here. I bought 10 lots here with around about 2R in risk. I'm actually going to pull this up now, so I'm only 1R in risk altogether. I saw that there was a little bit of support in this area, push up, more of a bit of a W formation if everybody likes double tops and double bottoms like me and Jonathan. And that's when I added an extra 5 lots in there with a target for the high and then quite an ambitious target on the 4 hour to this kind of area of quite a lot of liquidity. This area here, which quite a lot of support and resistance here. Is it going to get up to this level? We don't know, but after we've seen it hit the 200 EMA, it's come down to a 50. I do project that it's going to come up here and break this 200 in EMA, and then we're going to see a little bit more power to the top. We don't know, but let's just see if we can get past this 200 EMA, take these highs. If it gets to the 200 EMA, rejects, then that might be a good reason just to close out the trade and then reevaluate what we're going to do next. But that is what we're doing, and that is on euro dollar. I know somebody said it's very hard to see the screen, so I'm going to put some banners here as well, just for when we're talking about a specific pair. We will put it on screen so you guys know what we're talking about. And that's it. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I wanna cover Euro USD here quickly. So I'm gonna cover the idea that you talked about here as well. So yeah, yesterday we talked about this level below here getting hit, and it hit that level perfectly. Like you said, a beautiful pin bar right here. What I'm looking at is actually on the 5 minute here. I'm not sure this is I'm not in a position here, but I'm thinking I want to see if we can get a reaction to this level, a break and retest, and I'm going to have a tight stop loss. And this is just going to be a quick trade back up to the monthly open right here. So around these highs right here is what I'm thinking on Euro USD, because I think, we basically have a price kind of like playing ping pong here. I got a untested resistance here, getting tested now, untested support. I'm thinking we'll get something like this. And if we do get something like this, I will enter here, move my stops when we hit that level, and then see if we can move up towards that monthly open level. Something we have to remember is
news.
If we, for me, this means that we'll have to close all positions. At least for me, I will close all positions when live stream is ending. I don't want any positions open on FOMC. Maybe, if I get a really good entry on maybe, if you have a really good entry on gold or some USD pairs and you're well in profit, you got that stop loss at entry, there's low risk of slippage. Maybe you want to keep that open just in case it pumps and hits that high TP. But it feels more like gambling, right? So I think the best thing is just to keep clear of the news events.
Yep.
Another thing here I wanted to cover is, what are the criteria for winning the giveaway? Well, there's no criteria for winning the giveaway, but if you want to get in on the giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, and then at one point during the live stream, we will give you a secret word, and there's going to be more information during the live stream. So if you watch the live stream, enter.
Yep. Sol's going to come in a little bit later as well today. He's just finishing off some stuff, and I know he's going to be eager to get into some of these trades because we're seeing a little bit of movement, and I know he likes all those sharp, fast moves. So he's going to be coming in. And the magic word we're going to see. Yeah, what's your opinion on gold?
So
Jonathan?
I sent Alex an email, not an email, a message this morning, said, because he told me, like, look at your USD, it's hitting a level, and I said, look at gold, it's hitting a good level right here. So on gold, we have, first of all, this is a trade I took right before this live stream. I had a session in the Discord, and we took this quick trade here on gold. But prior to that, I was in a very good looking trade on gold that I unfortunately micromanaged that trade too actively and got stopped out at entry. But this is such a beautiful break and retest on gold here. So first, what I did was, I saw this trend line here, and it's very clear on the 15-minute. You see, you got that touch, second touch, and then on the third touch. And by the way, guys, when you're adding a trend line, there's lots of different ideas out there for when a trend line is valid or not. So a lot of people say that you need 2 points to create a trend line. Obviously, that's true. But then the third retest, there's some arguments saying that the third retest confirms the trend line. But in my opinion, it's just, if you have two data sets, that confirms the trend line. And the third retest of that trend line is usually the best time to enter based on that trend line. And that would have been this one right here. It has nothing to do with this trade, though. If you look at the fourth retest of that trend line, you come down, you hit the trend line, you hit a somewhat of a support area right here. It's also hitting the 0.618, and it forms a 15-minute bullish engulfing candle. Now, I entered, when we had that candle, I entered on the retest of the 50, stops below the reload zone, and my TP would be up here. Now, what I did, the problem I did with this trade was when we hit that level, I moved stops to entry. Got stopped out here, but then I entered that scalp trade again. But this would have been a pretty good trade. I actually made more money on the scalp though than I would have made on this. But looking at gold on the, if you zoom out on gold here, there's two ways of watching this chart. So first, we have a very strong push to the upside. We get a very strong trend here on the 1 hour. We are, however, coming into resistance area here. And I want to show you this this perspective on gold as well. This one right here. We talked about this, I believe, yesterday or the day before. This channel, how we're hitting high time frame resistance and the upper part of this channel. If we see a rejection here, which might happen, the FOMC today might act as a catalyst for us to get a like that 4-hour bearish engulfing candle that I've been looking for potential swing short here. So on one hand, we have a strong local trend where the target of this breakout, I would say, is probably the monthly open up here at around 20, let's say 2040. But if we get something like this, if we don't have a breakout here, you can look at the behavior of this trend. You see how it's a big move to the upside, bounce, slightly smaller move to the upside and a bounce, and a much smaller move to the upside, a bounce, and a much smaller. So what we're seeing now is some sort of triangle forming, right? Some sort of ascending triangle here, where if we get the breakout, then yeah, monthly open probably target. But right now we're at resistance and we're at high time frame resistance. So for gold, I would say focus on intraday trades on gold, because with the FOMC, we might have that acting as a catalyst for this high time frame resistance to move price, push price lower. We got a question here. Where is the link of the file I used to send? Anyway, there's a surprise in the comments, right? So you go to the comments. There's a link to a backtesting template. I talked about this yesterday. It looks like this. So you open that trade and you're going to see something like this. Please read the red box here. It says you need to make a copy before using this template. Please do not request access. All you have to do is click file and make a copy. And Alex, is it okay if I go through just take 10 minutes just going through how this works? Or is there anything you want to show? Your mic is off.
Mute myself. I'm just sitting back and watching Euro because it seems like it's pushing up, so I'm just relaxing.
Yeah, let me know if anything interesting happens on Euro. Right. So now,
yeah, man.
Let me show you an example of how I'm using this template. So first of all, this template is free for every one of you to use. And I want to do something interesting here with this. I want to crowdsource this. So if anyone watching this right now is good at creating Excel sheets, you're good with numbers, and you know this stuff, because I'm not good with that, because I've had several people help me create this throughout the years. And now I'm giving this out to all of you guys. I know there's a lot of people watching, and let's create something here together. So if you use this, if you watch this, you're then using it, and you have some ideas on how to improve this, just add it to your copy of the template. Send me a mail on tradingroom@the5ers.com. And if it's something good, we'll implement this into this template that you're watching right now. And with time, we're going to have something really, really good. So now I will show you what I'm doing with this. And I will also show you the indicators I have for this testing. I'm currently using this news indicator, which is really good. We talked about this in the live stream before. And this was recommended by us, or to us, by Janis, the Conscious Trader, if you remember that live stream. This is a really good indicator. You can find it by probably just writing news. And it's this one right here. It's called Live Economic Calendar by 2 degrees. And then I have a sessions indicator, which you can just check this and you can pause the video. It's called Sessions on Chart by Aurochs AIF or something. The reason why I have the session indicator on is because you see here that it's a green box here. And this is my trading session. From here, 9 in the morning till here, 4 in the afternoon, that's my trading session. So I'm only testing and testing trades within my trading session, because it makes no sense for me to test everything when I'm not trading everything. Now I'm testing, in particular, I'm testing the signals of my indicator here, but you can, it doesn't matter what you're testing, you can test whatever. But the news indicator here, I've got this selected as showing me only the USD news, only high impact USD news. And the reason for this is, if I go to ADJPY, I then want to go into settings on TradingView, and I want to check economic news, but not only future events. This will give me all the major news events for AUD or JPY right here in TradingView, but it's not going to give me the USD high impact news events. That's what this indicator is for. So I have all the major news events for the USD here, and all the major news events for the current pair that I'm testing. The idea here is for me to make sure that I'm not trading through any major news events. And then we can go to the template. I can show you here, I got some examples. So here's one example. I add the date, 14, that's the time, that's the pair, that's the result in R. And here I have 10 what happened with my screen? Did you remove it? No, here.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we got the confluences here. Here's 10 different things we can track, okay? 10 different things we can track. And I've decided to put in all the different things that make my strategy unique, but you have to obviously put in the stuff that make your strategy unique and the stuff that you want to track. So one example here would be on Confluence 9, I'm tracking TP1. On Confluence 10, I'm tracking TP2. So here we can see that out of 9 trades, 3 hit TP1 and 2 hit TP2. Now I only have 9 trades here, but when I have maybe 50, you can look at these numbers and say, if 75% of the trades hit TP2, maybe it makes sense to only let the trades run to TP2. And here you can see the individual win rate in cumulative R and average R of each of these confluences. So what you can do here is you can create an idea for a system, put in all the influences, and then, confluences, and then track them each one by one. And with time, you will see what works best. And so you remove the things that doesn't work and you keep the thing that works. And this is a really good way of creating a technical system. Now, if you're watching this and you're really good with spreadsheets and you want to help out and improve this, there's a couple of ideas I have. So one thing, for example, is you look right here, you have one trade on the 20th of February and another one on 20th of February. This one is on Euro JPY and this one is on USD JPY. And they're entered at the same time, which basically means this is most likely the same setup on 2 different pairs. So there's double exposure here. Now, if we can find a way to track this double exposure, it will make this backtesting results much more accurate, and we will be able to find a results that are the same in backtesting and in forward testing. And that's when you know that you have a system that you can move on to live trading. All right, so that's just a quick introduction to this template, and you can find it in the description of this video. Try it out, use it, create something with it, and let us know how it works, or if you have any ideas on how to improve this, and we'll build something really good here together, because this is all about...
Andy Seal. Sorry,
all right.
Jonathan.
What's up,
Saul is here.
How are you doing?
The man, the myth, the legend. Everybody, like up the chat for Sal coming in to join us today to scalp his way through this trading room. I know you guys have been waiting for us.
How are you, traders? How are you, Jonathan, Alex? How you doing, guys?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, wicked, man. I'm waiting to hear what you're going to say about Euro USD. I want to see what you're going to do. I have a feeling you're going to be shorting.
No, I'm about to buy.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
What were you about to sell?
I'm in a position from this morning at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I've added to it as a buy. So
Okay,
knowing
so
that
we're
you
aligned.
are on the same side has made me very happy.
We're
I'm
aligned
looking
on
to buy your demand area below
Yeah,
there.
we are aligned for once.
Yes. So I was short prior to the session. I was also taking a couple of shorts, but now I think. Wait. Okay. That was the reaction I was looking for. I think I was slow, but on ours you can see we have a strong demand. We have reaction. We're testing right now the selling area, so I'm waiting for that pullback from the selling area towards a buying area. So that might be the moment I needed to buy, and I've missed it. But if this continues to the upside and then pulls back again, I'll be looking to buy again. So yeah, I'm looking to buy Euro USD today. Not a lot of volume to be fair. Not a lot of the ranges are very, very tight. So I will need to adjust my expectations and my TPs and my stop losses because there's not a lot of I would say volume more than volatility. So we'll see how this unfolds. So you're also looking to buy, Alex?
Good stuff. Yes,
he's
I
long
went
already.
I went through earlier the idea yesterday. We went through the trading room. We talked about this level here. So price was obviously broke up, and Jonathan and I actually shorted this area yesterday. I was telling you, but we were looking to get in at this area yesterday. So this morning it hit this area. So I went long on euro. Jonathan went long on gold. He got 2R on gold, and then I'm sitting in this position now on euro. So we did two orders. One order when it broke this EMA, because I had an idea that it would turn into a bit of a pin bar on the 1 hour, which it did. Came back in, found support, added another 5 lots, brought all the TPs just under here, all the stop losses just under the prior low, aiming for the highs of this last higher high, and then a little bit more of an ambitious target, which I probably won't hold to that, but all the way up to here to this support and resistance area. But those are the two trades that I'm looking at.
So that what time frame is that? Is that 4 hour?
Yeah, so the idea yesterday came from the 4 hour, but the execution and everything was done on the 5 minute and the 15 minute. And I looked at the 1 hour, this 1 hour pin bar, because when it was coming down, I was looking to get into this position. If this didn't turn into the pin bar, I probably would have waited and trying to get into a little bit lower. But after I saw this pin bar, that's when I was happy to add a little bit more into the position. So I kind of used every time frame just to make the decision, but that is what we're looking at.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for that move lower on to get filled around. I want to get filled around maybe like 80-25 area. I think that would be a good area for USD. So I talked about how we see rejection here and then a bounce. So we have a break lower, and this is such a clean level. I mean, this candle like that hit resist like this is such a clean breakout, and usually and you can look at this level as well. I think it's looking quite good on the 1 minute as well. Yeah, this is a very clean breakout, and usually when you get like a strong clean breakout like that, price, I feel like this level wants to act as a magnet here, and we might come down here. So if we add we can add a fib here, we might see the 618 there as well. Yeah, so right here, right on that very level, we got the 618 right here, 50, and this is well positioned there as well. So I think this could be a good trade. Maybe I would even have a tighter stop loss here, up to that monthly open. I do think now though, I don't know if you agree with me here, Saul, but if you're going to be a buyer here, you probably want to sell up here, right?
Yeah, ideally yes, but you never know when the pullback is going to happen. So there's also a little bit, if you zoom into the 1 minute chart, you also have like you also have a tiny support on a 1 minute chart that you can use also to try to find the pullback. That's currently not happening. It's breaking to the downside. So, but my first entry, it was based on that, on the potential turn based on the 1 minute support. It's currently breaking to the downside, but I added, I was looking to buy at the bottom, at the top part, and if it goes back to the bottom part, then my heavier position will be on the bottom part, the one you marked.
You're in a position right now on right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But you're right. Like the reaction is from, if you look at the 1 hour chart, you have clean supply, and then there's a lot of resistance over here on all the selling area. So you could be selling and then targeting this lower area there on the 1 minute chart, just because I have a little bit of momentum to the upside. Then I was looking for a retest of the support, and then potentially a pullback to the upside. So that's why I bought up here instead of being selling. But it's at the end of the day, so all goes back to trade management. So you can sell here and then target down there, or you can buy and then buy again down here, and then fix the first entry. So it's just a matter of keep reading price action, understanding why you're doing what you're doing, and being consistent with that, and that's it.
Do you have any? So what would be your invalidation for this long idea?
So I have the same area that you have marked on your chart. So it's around that area. Then if I zoom in a little bit to the 1 minute chart, so the breakout area, that becomes a key demand. So that's what I have marked there. If that fails, there might be a little bit more buying, around that area. But other than that, we have some pivot there, and then we'll have the final demand area back here. But that's a bit far. So I think this first setup, if I don't have a reaction to the upside around that area, I'll take the loss around, I don't know, probably there. And then depending if we go down, and depending how we go down all the way to the bottom area, then I'll be looking to buy again down here.
I love the fact that we have 0 spreads on Euro USD. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, really.
Oh, amazing.
Everything.
You can market enter it without any problems. Even when it's close to two in spreads, and then it gets 0, which is amazing when you're looking at the lower time frames here.
Sal, do me a favor though. Scroll up on the market watch. Scroll up to the top. Oh, guys, have you seen anything as beautiful as that? Anything. Just look at those spreads. Look at them spreads. If you are new to the 5ers, you don't know who the 5ers are. The 5ers are the prop firm that you want to be traded with for these exact reasons.
Can I answer this question?
Yeah, sure.
It's all you
I think you're an everything trader. It's just you trade whatever you see.
Yeah. I mean, am I a trend trader or counter trader? If there's a trend, I'll trade it. But the reality is on the forex markets, especially on the major pairs, they're by essence, they're not supposed to be trending, right? You don't want Euro USD dollar to be fluctuating 10% a day on its exchange rate. So if there's a trend, I mean, on cryptocurrencies or indices, I'll try to be aligned to the trend. But on forex market that are more rangy markets, then I tend to be more a counter trend trader, and I just align my if I scalp more, I swing more, I adjust my take profits and my stop losses depending on what's the current market situation. So I'll just trade it all.
So I took a quick long here on your USD because I like the reaction here on the 1 minute.
We're all trading Euro USD. I don't get it.
yeah, we're all in USD trades.
I took my half my position here, and I'm thinking if I get a reaction down here, I'll add the rest of it. Then if I see basically, if we break this structure, I probably want to be out. But I'm thinking we come down here, have a nice reaction inside this area, and I'll be adding the rest of the position.
That'd be very annoying if it broke that structure and takes us all out. Well, it'll take me out as well.
I really don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know, but it's just this looks very, very clean. But yeah, as soon as I start saying that, that's the time. But I think
Soul. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Sorry, this one was the right one. So where is your stop loss, and where do you decide to collapse the trade if it does not pan out?
So
good question.
Yeah. So the stop loss is based on the setup. Sorry guys, just me. Okay.
There you go. We're getting a win right up here. Everybody pump up the charts because we are.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just managing this because I also added a long down here, so I took profits for that. And then, I also took a long down here, so I took profits for that. And then I'll just keep reading price action to see how is this behaving and see if there's, when I'm taking profits on this second entry, on my first entry. So if you make money, you can kill this one. You're already profitable. But just the fact that it's going strong to the upside, then I'll wait and see if we can have a little bit of follow through all the way to my initial target. So the stop loss needs to be okay. You need to ask yourself, where is your setup being invalidated? So where are there no more key levels protecting you from collapse, from disaster? So at this point, I do have this buying area and this buying area. But if we break below that buying area, or probably this pivot down here, then we have like a larger distance to the next buying area, which is all the way down here. So I will not want to be holding a trade that I took up here all this distance. Okay, that's a lot of pips. So this buying setup will be valid as long as we don't break this line around that line, or probably this buying area. And then if we go down here, that would be a different setup where I'll be looking at reaction of this demand area, and that setup will be invalidated if we break below the demand area. So that would be that. So you have, every setup has like different valid entry points, different valid key buy or sell areas. But once there's no more, valid entry points, then you need to get out. I hope that's.
Sold my position here.
So you also you're also long over there.
Yeah, I sold right here. I actually went long at the very low here and then sold here. So nice. I'm watching you trade, and I'm trying to like watch you trade, and then I'm on the 15 second shot, because I remember you talked about looking at a tick like look at price tick by tick, right? And in TradingView we can go all the way down to 1 second chart. And I like the idea of really looking at price in real time and really trying to understand where's the strength. You can clearly see here that this right here, there's obviously clearly strength, and then we come up and we test the resistance area and we get that move right here. And I'm like, if I got that entry like right here and we're getting that rejection, why not sell here? And then if you go back to the 5 minute, I mean, yeah, now we got a nice bullish engulfing candle, but still I feel like I just got lucky with that entry. So I might as well just exit when we had that first rejection.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fascinating. I hope we had in MT5 we had the 1 second chart. Because if you can, all the markets are fractal. The market is timeless. It doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at. The thing is, if you can manage to catch the pattern or the movement based on patterns you identify on lower time frames, those lower time frames, like a 1 second chart, will create patterns on the larger time frame. So you can kind of anticipate the patterns that's going to be created on the larger time frames, and you can find those patterns on the lower time frames. You know what I mean? So you can, even before the pattern or triggers on the larger time frames, you can already be making money because you're trading on the lower time frames. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Super relaxing. Just this music. I feel like every time I put this music on and I start listening to everybody, it kind of just like relaxes me, like super. I could literally just sit here and just like for hours.
Yeah, man, it is relaxing. I think it's nice, you know. This is actually a really good way of, like, a great way of trading, you know, because I think it's an interesting concept as well to do these live trading session and, you know, sit here and trade together and just, you know, exchange trade ideas live while we're looking at, in this example, we're looking at the exact same chart as well. It's almost like we're remote prop firm, you know what I'm saying? Like, usually at a
we are a remote prop firm. We are a remote prop firm.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
That's a good point.
But yeah,
I'm glad you feel exactly how we are. It's important.
But, you know, we had this discussion, me and Alex. We wanted to like do an experiment where we bring a lot of traders on here, like a big number. So we're talking about that. We're trying to, you know, that's going to be something.
That's actually, I should do a poll. I should do what kind of poll should we do for that then? Should we do like, would you be interested in coming on stream, or what kind of poll should we do?
Well, I think that's a good question. That's a good question. But let's ask the viewers if they would be interested in coming on stream, because basically what we would be doing is, now obviously we would want to we preferably we want funded traders with The5ers, but if you're doing a challenge as well, that would be great. So basically
or if you're just trading on like a blanket, like your own personal account, I just wanted to hear traders, to be fair. Like, you don't have to be funded with The5ers, to be fair. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not trading them on demo account, come on, let's trade live.
Fair enough. Got you.
Yeah.
So Alex, you still hold your trade, huh? Your trade is live.
Yeah. The trade is live. Pop in here. And it's really, I love this kind of price action. Like, I've got on my screen, I don't know if I can put up, if I just pulled up, wow. Oh God. Pulling up, let me pull up a different screen and I'll show you. I'll pull up your screen, 2 secs. Making sure I'm not pulling up the wrong thing.
Alex, come on, what are you doing?
I know, man. I know.
All right, do you need a webcam to come on? Yeah, preferably we want to see your face. But then again, if we're going to bring a lot of people on here, I mean, you might be a really good trader and you're not used to doing like live streams and stuff like that. So it feels like if you have to have a webcam, I mean, at least you need a good mic. We need to hear you, right? Now, preferably you want to have a good camera as well. But we do understand that if you're not every trader has a good camera, right?
But if they're interested, Jonathan, where should they reach out to maybe get involved?
I'm actually going to sort this out. I'm actually going to sort this out right now. I'm going to
have an email, and we do have an email.
I'm going to. Sorry, mate. I was just going to say I was going to do a Google Forms right now quickly and just whack it in the chat.
Nice. That's actually a great idea. And if you do have any questions or any feedback, or if you want to get on the live stream, we do have an email, tradingroom@the5ers.com. So send an email to that one if you do have any questions or advice or feedback. We have already got some really good emails, interesting emails. We will get to all of
Super
them
good.
in time.
Super good feedback about the giveaways, how we can make them better, how we can make the streams better.
I'm gonna go through some questions here. So the first one is, I've backtested a strategy for 7 months, 1 pair, same hour, 1 hour. Can 7 months provide? I think yes, but it's also important that, like, if you really want, like, of course, if during that testing your results are very good, then yeah, try to go all, do forward testing. But it's also important that you test the strategy in different market conditions. So those 7 months, if those 7 months are 7 months after each other, you're obviously testing the strategy in that specific market conditions. And there's other market conditions out there. You have risk on, risk off. You have pandemic, market structure stuff going on. So it would be good to test in the different markets, market structures as well. But other than that, I think 7 months is good. It's definitely a good enough time period. Wouldn't you agree?
I would like to. I find backtesting actually really difficult. I don't know why. I like forward testing on a demo account personally. It takes a lot longer and it can be quite tedious, and it can kind of maybe put you off if you had a couple of strings of wrong trades. But I prefer that than going back in backtesting. For some reason, backtesting for me, I find it really difficult. I don't know why.
Well, I think whatever works, but I would really recommend people that they do backtest. I think because if you don't like backtesting, you're able to get like a huge number of trades into like a 1 day trading session. Like if you're trading live, you might get 1 or 2 trades that day, but you can backtest like 50 trades. So and you can also test, backtest your system, from 2015 or even further back, and make sure that you test the system in different market conditions. Because if you develop a system, it's probably like you probably want to be trading that system for many years ahead. So what happens when we come into totally different market dynamics? I do think it's important to backtest, but then again, whatever works. I have a question here. I think this is a good question because a lot of people have tried this in the past. So for example, if you have news events coming up, you have FOMC, and you might want to, and what happens if you open 2 positions, right? Well, most likely they're both going to get stopped out because you'll see stops being taken out in both direction. What's your views on? Is hedging even allowed though?
Yeah, within the same account, yes. Yeah. No problem.
But yeah, I think the problem with hedging is just the fact that a lot of people try to catch the big moves in both directions, but then you have news events and they take out the stops of both of these trades.
Jonathan, what do we want to put in here for questions? I've just got name, email, how long have you been trading? Have you got a good mic and camera? And what else? What else do you want in here?
Are you gonna send that out now during the live stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it now. I just want to know just what questions you would want on there.
Just tell them to just briefly describe their trading journey.
Okay, nice.
And maybe just describe. I think I really like the idea of trying to describe your trading strategy in as few words as possible. If you really know your trading strategy, you should be able to describe it in extremely simple terms in just a couple of sentences.
Yeah, break, retest, continuation, baby. That's all I'm gonna say when everybody says, "What's your strategy?" BRC.
Market buy uptrends.
Buy low, say high.
Sell low and sell lower.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Or sell low and then sell higher. You never know. It's you can trade whatever way you want to trade. Okay, I've got this ready.
I've actually stopped trading from TradingView. So I've always traded through TradingView and then with copy traders. But now I'm actually trading directly from the MetaTrader 5 account on the 5ers account, because I'm seeing like the honestly, like there's no exchange on TradingView that has better spreads than the 5ers. So it's just misleading to look at Oanda or Forex.com when you got like 0 spread on your USD, and then on the platform you're actually trading on and copying the trade from, you have 2 or 3 extra spread to take into account.
Yeah.
And then there's different prices on gold, silver, and indices and stuff like that. So I've come to the conclusion that it's better to stick with the source and just do everything from MetaTrader. So just copying everything directly from TradingView into MetaTrader.
Okay, I hope this is going to work.
Saul, do you have any favorite pairs to trade?
My bread and butter is Euro USD, but lately has been challenging. Hasn't been a lot of volume in there. So I feel the most comfortable with Euro USD because I know, of course, the spreads, and I kind of know the ranges that I can expect and the movements that I can expect. But if it's not there and the opportunity is not there, the setup is not there, then I'll look for any other major currency pair, index, gold. But my comfort zone, it's on currency pairs.
Okay, bear with me. Apparently it can't be seen.
Maybe you have to make sure that the link is public.
Okay, now it should be fine.
I'm gonna just lower the brightness of my light here because I got a headache and it's just right in my face. So I'm almost black.
Okay, let's try this again. The link now is for anybody that is interested to come on stream with us. I was just thinking just to leave, just to throw the link to StreamYard so everybody can join, but I don't think it might be a little bit messy like that. So
yeah. So why do we not trade the news? I'm gonna show you why we don't trade the news.
Because I have no idea what's gonna happen.
What, Alex? Do you remember the pair where we had the inflation?
No, it was CAD. It was CAD.
USD CAD, right? Yeah.
Yeah, USD CAD. You were short and it got 1 pip to your take profit, and then news hit and it slipped you.
Yeah. So let's talk about why you should not be trading the news. So I was in a pretty a good position on USD CAD. We broke down, had my TP right here. Everything looked pretty good. And then all of a sudden this happened.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
See
there
that?
You go. Now watch.
Almost hit that TP. Look at the next candle. Yeah.
Sal, look at that, man. That's what happened 1 pip before his take profit. That is gnarly, man.
That's insane. That's why we don't. And you know what? Like I only got three pip slippage, which is insanely good considering
good.
this candle right here. That's actually this whole 1 minute candle. This happened in 1 second candle. So 3 pip slippage on that. And I had my stop loss here, so at entry, and I got stopped out, I believe, up here. So that's actually surprisingly good. If that would have been an Oanda, I would have been completely wrecked.
We've got a lot of traders been trading for 2 years. Nice. A lot. Well, everybody's been trading for either 2 years or over 2 years. Wow, we've got a trade of 5 to 7 years. That's amazing. We've got price action with EMAs, smart money concepts. We've got just the trade that I was looking to work on psychology. Nice. This is really cool.
Sol, if
we can.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say if we bring somebody on that maybe we feel we can help with psychology, or help maybe if you've got an issue with, let's say, FOMO or risk management or something, maybe we can bring you on to stream and maybe we can like go through a chart and maybe we can see if we can give some tips and help live. Maybe that would be a cool concept as well.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. You know, if we look at again, this is the 15 second chart here, and I think it's interesting that you do see. So I believe that was my entry, and then we had exit up here, and then you see price coming down and hitting those lows again. And it's just amazing, like you said, you know, price action being fractal. And this is on a 15-second chart, and we are seeing the exact same thing with, you know.
That's on a 15. I thought that was a 50. I thought I was looking at the 15-minute for some reason.
No, this is the 15 seconds. So you have accumulation, uptrend. Like, I'm using words like accumulation, distribution. Obviously, it doesn't really work the same on the 15-minute. You can't really say that you have, you know, it's not like smart money comes in here on the 15 seconds just accumulate your USD. But again, you have accumulation, you have a range, uptrend. You could say that this is the distribution, reaccumulation, and then you get these trends with higher highs and higher lows. And this is on 15 second. Now people laugh when you trade on the 1 minute, but you get the same type of structure on the 50 minutes. You can literally add the fib here, and it's going to be hitting the 618, right? Right here, you got that 618, and then it moves higher, higher high, high low, all on equal highs, and this is probably where you get that rate forming. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting to see how price action is truly fractal. This is on the 15 second. Now let's move up to the weekly. What are we seeing in the weekly? Basically the same structures. We get, you know, get a range up here, breakdown, range, move to the upside, range, break to the downside. So it's like it's the same structures all over the place. So yeah, because I do get a lot of questions like, what's the best time frame? What time frame are you trading on? And my answer is just whatever time frame you're comfortable trading and you know, that your system works on. I think, however, though, I think it's best to understand price action first on like slightly higher time frames and then move lower.
Saul, can you do a little bit of a breakdown of top-down analysis, like an example for the guys here?
On what? On EURUSD?
Anything, just anything. Like an example of how you'd come in and do top-down analysis.
Yeah, sure. But just following a little bit of what Jonathan was explaining, you know, most of trading, especially on the Euro-US, especially in the Forex market, and this is most of the trading is like 90+ of the trading. It's not speculative trading, you know, it's commercial trading. It's just trading that has to be done. You know, at the office we get invoices we need to pay, and we receive, you know, from suppliers from all over in different currencies, and we're not looking at the charts to see where can we get a better currency exchange from USD to whatever currency we need to pay out. We just pay it, you know, and we absorb the cost. So most of the movements in the Forex market is that, you know, transactions being made across the interbank system, and they're not looking at any chart. They're not looking at the levels on the dailies, on the 1 minute. They're just paying what they need to pay, and I think that's a good insight and a good insight of the understanding of the Forex market. Because then you understand that, you know, commercial trading is not looking at chart. It's not, they're not looking at your charts. And even speculative trading on the Forex market, they're not going into lower time frames. They're just looking at levels of price where they feel they're comfortable selling or they're comfortable buying, and they're not looking at those patterns. They're not looking at the, you know, to see if there's going to be a pin bar formed or I don't know, break and retest, or a double top or double bottom. This is a lot of analysis or analyst terminologies to explain in simple English why, what happens with price and with the price. But institutionals are not looking at at the price the same way. They're just looking at price without they could be looking at the line. Am I sharing? No, you're sharing, Alex. But they could be looking at the the line charts or any other chart. They're not looking at the the candlesticks the same way we're doing it. So I think
sorry, but are you saying that smart money concepts? You're saying that smart money does not look at market structure and the levels, which
levels for sure.
Yeah,
price for sure. I don't know what you mean by market structure, but they just look at levels where it makes sense for them to buy or sell, regardless of the market, the pattern, or the candlestick pattern, or all of that. They're just looking at levels that for them make sense to buy or sell for any reason they might have to buy or sell at that level.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just like this comment says. And there's trading strategies out there who basically based on candlestick patterns and Fibonacci levels and trend lines and horizontal levels, where basically what they're saying is this is where the institutions are getting in, and when they see this pattern, this is where institutional traders are buying. And I mean, I get what you're saying. Definitely, it's all about price levels where they believe they can get a good exchange rate, and they don't care if it's a bullish engulfing candle right on that level. They're not buying a bullish engulfing candle.
Correct. They're just buying at that level.
Yeah.
I did see it's the trader guy. He mentioned something about like institutions and using Fibonacci's and things like that. I don't think there's many discretionary traders left in institutions. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do feel like EMAs and levels and things that have easily coded for bots, like a Fibonacci levels and Fibonacci numbers are very easily coded into an EA. They're very easily coded into price support and resistance, big numbers, round numbers. These things are coded, I reckon, into certain types of EAs. So
yeah, but
wouldn't be surprised if there are kind of EAs or things that are coded with those types of.
I think there's a difference between, we're talking about institutional traders, and then we're talking about banks, banks and exchange rates. I think we have to differentiate between that because, right, that's at least what
within the institutional traders, there's the speculative traders and there's the commercial traders. So that's the difference we need to make.
Got you. Yeah. Do you want to do some top-down analysis?
Yeah, you want to choose the...
Should we do gold? Because I know somebody shouted gold here.
Yeah, we can do gold. Gold, by the way, has been tricky, but we can go gold.
If you want, we can maybe do pound dollar. Because pound dollar is quite interesting.
Whatever you
Does it matter?
want. No, it doesn't really matter. We can go gold. So
yeah, let's do gold.
So what I do, at least for my trading, I start on the dailies, and I start by recognizing the key levels on the dailies. Okay, so levels where significant movements were done. Okay, so if we zoom in and I'm on the dailies on the gold, you can see we have significant levels started from mid-range or extreme ranges, extreme of the range. So we can see, very clearly we can see this level down here, and we can see the wick up here that we later on will have to, to zoom in a little bit, but we have that wick, and then those are the extremes that we see right now, and then we have other smaller, let's call it levels. So we have that level, we have this level. There was a significant movement starting here. We have this level right there. Now, if we expand this to the right, we can see we've already reacted to this level right there. So we're in a kind of trapped. Okay, so if you wanted to trade only off the dailies, you need to wait for the price to get into any of these levels. Now, if you want to go into intraday trading, then you can get into more detail or to see if there's on the hourlies or lower time frames more detail into one of these levels. So, for example, I mentioned this very large week on the dailies. I would need to go to lower time frames to see how is this being formed, this large wick over there. So from the dailies, after I mark my levels, I see, okay, we've just reacted to this level. We're most likely going into the next significant levels on the dailies. So I would have to see if there's any significant levels there, or we're going all the way down, all the way to test the resistance on the dailies. And then I try to get a bias from that information. Okay, so this is my bias is slightly bullish, but overall the whole picture, okay, we're kind of trapped between these two levels. So I'm kind of neutral bias. So I don't have like a clear bias, just because we're coming from this strong buying area. I'm kind of slightly bullish, but neutral. Okay, it's not a very directional market at this point. That one, I would go the same exercise on the hourlies just to try to get entries for my intraday trading. So I would mark, this significant level. You can see we have that strong movement to the downside. We have this important level that we're right now at that level, and we have this significant level to the upside. So we kind of see what we saw on the dailies, but a little bit with more detail. And then if I want to do intraday trading, then I go to the 5-minute charts. So let's say, for example, we're right now at the selling area on the hourlies. I will try to go to the 5-minute chart and to look for a reason to, in this case, to sell off the significant level on the hourlies. I'll try to look for a setup or a signal on the 5-minute chart. So that's a good example. For example, if we find a way to sell that market, your exit, is very well, let's call it, defined, and you're just trying to get the reaction of the selling area of the 1 hour chart. So you go to the 5-minute chart, you try to read, okay, what's going on here. You look for, strengthening momentum to the downside in this case, and then just try to catch that moment. It's kind of not very easy to explain, but you'll see me doing that all the time.
I've just entered a trade on Euro CHF. Like, we got a low time frame breakout structure. I got in. This is the trade.
200 EMA.
Yeah, well, actually, I saw the 200 EMA now after, and yeah, I'm probably like, based on the reaction of the 200 EMA here, yeah, I'm probably gonna take that one. It's a good level.
Yeah, baby.
It's this is 200 on the bottom. So yeah, let's
Trick,
see how.
Guys, put on the 200 EMA on all of your charts and just thank us later. Honestly,
it's actually, yeah.
Trade with the algos.
Yeah, it's actually works quite well, actually, the 200. Let's see how this works. So basically what I'm looking at here is this break to the downside here, and this structure, and then that break and retest, like this whole structure. I think that we might get that push to the upside. I think based on the reaction on the 200 here, I might actually close the trade up there. Otherwise, I think this is a good level.
I reckon if you take a fib from the top of that last high before that drop to that lower low, I reckon you'll see the 50 fib is around the 200 EMA where you want to exit the trade. And if it is, that would probably be a good place to exit. If you go and have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah, actually, I think it's, well,
it's 618.
It's a 618. It's still a very good level. There's definitely some confidence here. So yeah,
Let's see if it breaks.
See if it breaks out.
We want to see some more pushing on Euro, man. Yeah, like, why is it just all in doing nothing? Yeah, move. Should we put on some pump it up sounds and pump up Euro, guys? Are you ready? Are you ready to pump up the Euro? Should we do it? Okay, we're gonna have to get ready for everybody. I hope your music's not too loud.
No, it's actually
pump up the Euro.
It looks like it's working, man.
It is.
Yeah, man, we got a breakout. Pretty sure the institutional traders are the institutional discretionary traders are obviously watching the live stream.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh man! As soon as you ended the music, we got to break. We got to break lower. That sucks.
Oh god. We're gonna. If anybody's got any recommendations on any good, how do I get this bear off? This kung fu fighter killing the bear. How do I get? What other sound effects do you guys reckon would be good sound effects to have? This is a good question. I love the song. I do love that song as well. Saul is also in a trade, and Saul is in a buy as well. We are all in buys on Euro, huh?
Yeah, I'm seeing if we get the break. The break to the upside. The thing is that there's not a lot of momentum, so kind of struggling to get, you know, fundamental movements. That's what we need right now. And I'm just not super happy the fact that, you know, we're moving on a weak way. You know, we're forming these higher highs, but not very confident. And we need some fundamental, like some institutional money to really come and push this higher, not continue moving this weak channel, like to form something like this back here, like this movement right here.
I'm not sure how long I've been talking, but my microphone's been off.
Oh no!
And,
do you know I've done that so many times?
So what I was trying to say is, if I'm not liking an entry on Euro USD, but because I'm seeing like a somewhat of a bullish structure on the Euro CHF, I'm thinking it's basically the same idea. We're basically going long Euro, and now Euro is breaking out. It's looking very, very good.
Yeah, Saul is going to get a dunk. He's getting a dunk. He's getting it. Oh,
but
and we're going to have another one.
You know how the market is struggling just to move 2 pips. You know, it's not even.
It's kind of annoying, actually.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I want to get the money guy out.
Yeah, I also want it.
Wow, bro. This is the annoying part about trading when it's so close to your take profit. It's just like.
But usually, I just close it. You know, if it gets close to.
Here we go.
Nice. At that point, I would just close it.
Man, I'm just asking 2 pips. Not asking.
Yeah, that's a sell for
a lot, huh?
Yeah, man. Is it still not done it?
It's not done.
It must have hit. It must have.
You know,
and now it's really quiet.
Institutional know where my target profit is, and they just
good.
Everybody, nice. Everybody in here needs to pump up Euro right now. Oh my god, it's coming. It's still not done it. Oh, did you close it?
No.
Hey, you closed it?
No, the TP hit.
Ah, there you go. We got another one, and we got that little dunk, baby.
That little tail that made it.
Nice. Finally.
All right, we
gosh.
got Euro CHF here. Is
Let's have a look.
I hope we're getting that. I mean, this is exactly the type of structure I wanted to see.
Nice.
Now we're seeing that good institutional bullish engulfing on the 5-minute. And you can feel all the smart money coming in here. It's throwing money in the euro. Now, I'm not sure if my analysis is correct, because I'm not sure about the correlation between Euro USD and Euro CHF. I think Euro CHF is. I have a very. I'm not a macro trader, but I have a pretty bad grasp of the fundamentals around Euro CHF. I mean, the fundamentals around Euro USD is quite easy to understand, but Euro CHF, I don't know. But I'm thinking, because of the fact that we did see a strong Euro USD, and we're getting the same type of structure here, basically like same type of structure with that break and retest and the move higher. And I'm thinking if there's Euro strength here, we might see Euro CHF continuing that same push, because basically Euro USD is this structure, but up here. If you look at the two, you'll have Euro USD showing the exact same structure, but that leg to the upside is much bigger. Other than that, it's all the same price action, basically. So I'm thinking we'll see Euro CHF follow.
Yeah, I feel like you're pretty good with technical analysis, to be fair. That's why I reckon when you're on the lower time frames, if you're good with just TA, your discretion can just, you don't really need to know what's going on macro, as long as you're not going to get caught out on news again. You're perfect, like it's
Dude,
totally fine.
I think my problem is not. My problem is
I reckon it's micromanaging. That's all it is.
Yeah. And why do we micromanage? We micromanage based on emotions, right? That's like, it's in profit. I don't want to see this turn into loser. I'm going to move stops to entry, exactly like I did this morning on gold. Now, of course, I got another good entry on gold, so I made it back. But I mean, it's all about that. It's all about that psychology, What is the role of the 200 EMA in trading? Is it's a support and resistance, or it behave like liquidity? Well, I guess support and resistance do behave like liquidity, but basically what it is. So any moving average, it doesn't matter if it's 200 or the 20 or the 50. And but now again, I know that the 200 on the daily or the 200 on the high time frames is quite well known to be used in algos and stuff like that. But imagine that you have a horizontal line following this EMA. So basically what you have is, imagine you have an invisible horizontal level following this to the upside. And it's basically a dynamic horizontal support and resistance level. Support when price tests from the upside, and resistance when price is testing from the downside. The EMA that I like the most, though, is the 20. If you remove 1 here, you'll see that the 20 is very well respected in trends, like moves like this one right here. Now, of course, you will have lots of errors as well, but on mostly the 20 is one of the indicators that I find works really, really well in trending markets. Now, some better than others. Euro CHF is not my favorite pair when trading, but you can see how the 20 is being used as support on this uptrend, resistance on this downtrend, support here and here, and then price is holding here. So I think the 20 for me is more important than the 200, but the 200 for me is a good TP, right? Because usually the 200, at least on the low time frames, if you go into the low time frames, on the 5-minute here, you change this to the 200. See that when trading moves like this, usually the 200 is going to be well above price. So you get a strong move to the downside, and 200 is obviously lagging here, and anyone can try to trade that up to the 200. But the important thing is, it's all about confidences, in my opinion. And so it's the 200 in a.
I would like to add a little bit to that. So we're trading with a lot of assets, and especially in currencies, I feel like price, it needs to kind of rebalance. And that means going back to its kind of averages of what it's been trading at in certain days or certain time periods. So the 200 moving averages or the 50 moving average is just the moving average of price. So when it's trying to rebalance, it's like a bit like a magnet to price. It's a visual magnet to price. So you're just seeing where the last 200 candles, the average price was. So if we're in an asset like currencies, while price tries to rebalance to, as Sal said earlier, it doesn't want to go 10% up this way, 10% down. It's always trying to be at a steady average price. So that's why I feel, and this is just from my trading specifically, that it's a good magnet to price. And that's why I tend to, if we're in a downtrend and we can see that we're a bit extended, then maybe I would take the retracement back to a 200 moving average as a trade. Or if we're in a trending market and we see price pushing above the 200 EMA, then maybe that just shows that price is just going to move up a little bit more. But it is a lagging indicator. But the idea is you don't use a 200 EMA for, EMA crosses or whatever you see on YouTube. You would use a 200 EMA as targets, or maybe if price crosses a 200 EMA, what is it going to do around that? Are you going to fade that move if it hits a 200 EMA on a 4 hour and it hasn't been hit before? Most likely that it's going to be a first area where it's going to fail breaking that 200 EMA, and then you can see a bit of a retracement. That could be your trade. If you see that on a 4 hour, maybe you can go onto the 5 minute and take, a trade down to a 50 fib retracement. Just these little ideas that you can use the 200 EMA as just like a dynamic support resistance or dynamic take profit area.
Yeah, and I think, all of those ideas, going back to when I talked about developing the system and the backtesting template, it's all about testing. I mean, you're going to have a lot of different ideas in your trading. You can look at only the 200 EMA and how that's reacting to different, how prices reacting to that, and have different ideas. And it's all about testing these ideas and get some numbers on it, see how it works.
I kind of agree with Sal. It's kind of like it's taking just to go up 10 pips. What's that like?
Forever.
How many bars? That's like an hour just to go up 10 pips.
Oh, would that influence?
I know you're. No, it's just annoying. It's just like, come on, bro, just move.
Yeah,
do you know that meme with that like that bear with a stick and it's just like, do something? It's what I'm trying to do with Euro USD. Like, do something, bro.
This morning we had some really good moves. It feels like the volatility came in and ended right before the live stream.
Do you feel like before things like FOMC that there's like a little bit more the market's a little bit more volatile before, or?
Yeah, but yeah, for me at least, I do see volatility leading up to the event. At least the same day, but then maybe a couple of hours before it starts to slow down. But I'm not trading around that, so I don't really have a lot of experience with it.
Guys, I gotta run.
You gotta dip.
Yeah, but
everybody pump up the likes for Sal. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a good session. We had some winners over there. I'm flat at the moment, and I don't see a lot of volume or volatility to create more opportunities, and I have some things to deal with. But thank you guys for coming to Wednesday today. So we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we got loads of good stuff next week.
Yeah, and thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Alex. Alex, let me know how your trading goes.
I'm gonna close it by the time we leave. I'm closing it all, so we'll see what happens.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, Sol. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, Sol, please come back more often. And he's gone.
Yeah. I think I'm interested in trying the Bollinger Bands and see how that.
Ruben used to use the Bollinger Bands a lot.
Yeah, I know a trader who really like his type of trading and analysis, and he uses the Bollinger Bands, and it kind of makes sense. I kind of like it. I'm gonna see how price. Yeah, I'm gonna read up on the Bollinger Bands and see if I can apply it to my levels.
Maybe that could be a nice short-term trade right there on this little move here. Take that up to the.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing going on. I'm not getting any interesting signals or anything. All right, so I'm thinking let's do a couple of minutes and we'll talk about.
Should we do a 10-minute break? Come back.
No, I'm thinking I want to do a couple of minutes of looking at. Or so if you want to take a break, man, take a break.
Yeah.
But I want to show. We can just take a couple of minutes and then we'll take a break. I want to show how to some tips and tricks on how to add good horizontal levels.
We gotta love this. Let me turn the sound down so everybody can hear you.
Let's start with Euro NCD. So we're doing. Oh, Trading View crashed. Nice.
Wow, that's.
Let me get that done.
Okay, let's have a look and see what else we've got. Bitcoin coming down. Actually, Bitcoin looks like it's gonna come down to maybe the 50 mark. I hope not. It's all out. So washed everybody out.
I'm gonna switch over to my screen here and let's talk quickly about horizontal levels and the break and retest idea. So first, what I do when adding horizontal levels, just like Scruffy, I like to go to the line chart first. So this is on the daily. So let's first add. So I'm gonna approach this from a swing trading perspective, and the same thing goes for all time frames basically. But I'm on the line chart here, and on Trading View you have a magnet tool right here to the left. You click that little arrow next to the magnet tool, you will have a weak magnet and a strong magnet. I would recommend having that weak magnet on, and then when it's not activated, you can hold the control key and it will automatically activate the magnet. So you can, for example, select a horizontal line right here, and you can hold the control key and it would automatically snap to the low and highs of these levels. So usually what I do is I just add a bunch of these levels on the highs and the lows where I see price is there's like strong reactions to the level. And I'm not going to add too many just for the sake of this example, but you can clearly see here that you have two clusters of levels. Here's one cluster, and then here's one cluster. What I do now is I go to the rectangle tool, and I try to kind of encapsulate all of these lines, and then the one above. Now I remove the lines. There you have it. There's two good high time frame levels on a daily. Go to the candlestick chart. You will see that it, in my opinion, makes very, very good sense. And then you have one minor level going through here because that was just one line. And what I do now is I go into the 4 hour and I try to optimize this level based on most recent price action, because it's important to remember that most recent price action, the price action to the right of the chart, is the most important price action. Yes, historic price data is very important, but we're trading the right side of the chart, not the left side. So what I want to do here, this is a daily level, and you can see it kind of aligns nicely with the 4 hour here as well. But what I want to do is I want to make this level as small as possible on the 4 hour. So let's try to incorporate as much price action as possible while making this level as small as possible. I think that's a good level for the low. And then I'm going to use perhaps this level for top, maybe that wick right there. Now we have a very, very thin level. So you remember we looked at the daily on the line chart, made a big zone, and now we made it very, very small and thin on the 4 hour. And we want to make sure that this still aligns with the overall structure here. So here, historic price action aligns perfectly. These touches here, perfect as well. We go back to the daily and look at the line chart, and we try to see, is it aligning with the same level? And I would say yes, you have some pretty good rejections to this level. So there you have a high time frame level found the daily using the line chart, and then adding levels just on all the tops and bottoms, trying to find a cluster. And when you find the cluster, you create a zone. You go to 4 hour and you try to make this level as thin as possible on the 4 hour. And that's usually what I do. When swing trading, try to find the best levels and try to concentrate them as much as possible. And when looking for levels, it's important that you look for the levels where price has reacted to with very violent reactions. So here, for example, you have a bounce here, and that just went straight up. And then you have one bounce down here, an insane reaction to that one, and quite a big reaction here as well. And then this rejection, resistance, very strong reaction to the downside. This bounce, strong reactions, resistance, both very strong reaction, and then this bounce in here as well. So that's how you know how a level is usually strong, is by looking at the number of touches and the violence of the reaction to those levels. Now, quickly, before we take a break, let's look at the break and retest idea. So for me to have the best types of breakouts is, or the break and retest is when you have a resistance level, and then price breaks above this level, and the breakout is going to happen in one candle. So the opening of that candle here, and it's going to be like a clean candle going through the level and then closing above. And then price starts moving like this, and you're going to have multiple candle closures between the breakout and the retest. The breakout needs to be clean, and the retest needs to be clean. And what that means is there's not going to be any wicks touching this level in between the break and the retest. So it's going to be a clean, rounded retest. So a clean, rounded retest, clean breakout, rounded price action, and a clean retest, no wicks in between. And that is usually where you get the best type of reactions. Let's see if we have any examples of that. Well, it's difficult to find on this chart, obviously.
I just got another mini trade on Euro, just a short-term trade. So I just added here, like a two lots here with a risk of $100 for a $280 reward. Just obviously price is still in my opinion, still bullish. And obviously we've been coming up to here. This is a 50 fib level going to the downside. So this is a 50 fib level resistance. So that's why we're seeing a little bit of a reaction here. So then it's come down, and I want to make the most out of this move here. If I was going to whatever, when I'm using the fibs, I always want to take it. If I want to get into the position, I'm always taking it off the move that is going to cause that retracement. So for instance, if it was here and I wanted to take it to the downside, I would take it from that move here. Let's say if you were going to do that, you'd be wrong because you're on the wrong side. The same goes for this. So if I'm taking the 50 fib, I'm not going to take it from there. That's not how I'm going to do it. I want to get into the position on this particular leg. So I'm taking it from this top to this bottom. This is the 50 and the 618. And then you've got the 21 moving average as well. And that is where I'm getting into the position. So for people that like fibs, and sometimes a lot of people say they don't like fibs because it's very discretionary where you put them. That is how I put them. And I like using them.
Yeah, I remember, we had Scruffy on, and he talked about how he's putting the fibs, the anchor of the fibs is going to be at the extremes. While I do the same thing as you do, I look at what the move that caused the entry trigger, basically the break and retest, and I look for. So if you have a breakout move, for example, like I think would have the same example here on USD. So have that one, it would be this and then this.
Exactly. Yep.
Man, I really hope this starts moving. It's very
it's moving. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time. Euro can be a little bit slow sometimes. That's why a lot of people like GU and stuff. Actually, pound is not. I don't think many things are moving at the moment. Let's have a look at gold. Gold is coming down. Gold is coming down.
Oh.
And gold, look, it's coming to a really nice area for a short, to be fair.
Yeah. But if
I'm quite leveraged already on this position on dollar. I don't really want to be putting more in, but that would be a little position. So if price starts coming down now, if it breaks this, takes me out for $100. Depending how it comes down here, if this starts getting really big candles with no breathing room, then maybe I'll have a look at potentially taking some money off the table. At the moment, I feel like euro is still a nice buy. You've got the higher time frame 4 hour, which looks, when we look at market structure, just looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna add a trend line here. You're probably not gonna like that though.
Where on euro?
It is what it is. Yeah, you can look at
trend lines are there to be broken, my friend.
Yeah. This is.
Let's have a look.
Let's see.
On the 1 minute. On the 1 minute is.
Oh man, the 1 minute's breaking down. God damn it! It does not look good for my USD trade. Is not looking good on that break. If we break the structure, my stop loss is probably gonna get hit.
Yeah, it'll be sweet. Give it a little bit of time. Price has to have breathers, especially if it's gone up. You see all of these big moves. It's got to consolidate, have breathers, and we'll see what happens. If it starts really coming down and we need to start, taking some money off the table, then we'll do that. But I quite like these trades. Even this little mini trade that we've got, which is only for 13 pips. It's got a 5 pip stop loss, which is quite tight, to be fair. And if we go on to the 1 minute, you can see we're about to touch 200 moving average, which is a nice target. But until we start breaking below that 200 moving average, then you're not worried at all. This is just normal price behavior. Let's see what happens now. This would be quite interesting.
Well, I think, you know, I'm looking at the 1 minute here for euro. I got an email. Apparently, I've ordered something. Oh, an Apple iPhone 15. I don't think I have. Are they gonna send it to me? Nice. Hopefully the wrong email. Anyway, so yeah, you're looking at if we're looking at EuroCHF here, like normally, you know, if I see this, I mean, this is when I start micromanaging. This is when I start, you know, this is when I start exiting the trade, because
no need to. What's that in the 1 minute?
Yeah.
See, now that price action looks a little worse than I would say on Euro USD. The reason, because the market structure on that, it's taken one push up, and then it's broken the high again, then it's taken a low, and now it's made a lower low. It's made a lower high, sorry. So for me, that's kind of indicating that's a little bit of change in its character, and you are in a bit of a downtrend anyway. So it's like that's why I would say that may be a little bit of a riskier long. But I wouldn't do anything with it. Just take the loss on the chin.
Yeah, I think it would just keep this open, especially now with being in this zone right here. We'll see.
Yeah. Take the loss on the chin if it happens, but it hasn't. You just wait for a little bit and see what's happened. Like this euro trade. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's do a poll. Who thinks it's going to hit my stop loss? And I'm talking about this stop loss here. I don't think it's going to hit the other stop losses, but let's do a poll.
Man, the chat is so much better now.
Oh, I love it, mate. It's so super clean. We've got no issues.
Wonder how many likes we have today. Look. $928. Let's see if I got some good questions here. Here's one.
Do you want to do a poll? Do you want to do a poll for me? A poll. Will it hit Alex's stop loss at level 8038? Now price is moving, so the people may not say. But I hate that we can't zoom in very well on here. It's like really sucks.
You can use if you hold Control and scroll the mouse wheel.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice one, man. Thanks for that.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep euro. Oh yeah, so okay, the question. When should you move stop loss to break even? Well, it depends on, again, like
depends on the strategy.
Yeah, I mean, my answer to most of these questions will just be, if you've tested a take profit strategy and a trade management strategy and it works, you stick with that. If and you know, the fact that this question is being asked tells me that you don't have a trade management strategy, so you should probably work on that. But for me, I move my stop loss to entry if there's a new entry above my entry. So if I'm in an uptrend and there's a higher low above my entry, then yeah, I can move my stops below that. 'Cause I can show you an example here. If
the poll is up.
This is the trade, and if I get if I get this, I get a move like that, and a break and retest here. Now this slow and that breakout tells me that I can now move my stops here. So you move stops up based on technicals and not because you're fearful of giving back the profits. And I think that's most people move stops entry because they're fearful of giving back profits.
5 minutes, 5 minutes, mate. You'll be able to do it, or 1 minute. He says it. My friend is subscribed, but he can't access subscribes only, even though he's subscribed. Can you push it? It should work straight away. Okay. We've got 56 saying yes, it's going to hit my stop loss, and we got 45 saying no. And where are we in the chart? We're back into profits.
Yeah, this actually looks like a really good bounce inside the reload zone right now. So your USD is bouncing at a perfect level. Yeah, this looks good.
For now. For now, it looks good.
This very moment, it looks good, yeah.
At this moment, it looks not bad.
Dude, you wanna take a break and then come back and we'll do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. And for you guys thinking that it's going to hit my stop loss, we will see in 10 minutes.
So,
Oh,
but you're
if I turn my camera off. Oh, God.
but it looked like Euro had a nice bounce right there.
Oy, oy, oy. There you go, guys. I guess we'll never know if it will hit my stop loss.
By the looks of it, we'll never know if it hits your TP either.
Yeah, I'm at the end of the stream. I am closing out on all my positions, so maybe actually, you know what? I'll leave one lot in just to see what happens. But yeah, I won't be holding anything over news. I don't really want to be sitting at home thinking, "Oh, what is going on with that trade?" Oh, blah, blah, blah. I can't. Won't be able to. Wait, hold on a second. FOMC. Wait, hold on. Somebody's just let me know some info.
Paul calling you?
No, somebody said FOMC minutes is coming. It's not coming right now though, so that's fine.
No, 9 your time.
The email at the bottom, mate. The email says email for giveaway, alex@the5ers.com. There's no issues for Indian traders as well. I don't know, like payouts to India or anything like that. It's totally fine. I don't know why. Nah, you shouldn't have it. No problems for that. Should we have a look at what Bitcoin is doing today? Because you know we like Bitcoin on this channel, and it's looks like it's about to break down. Yay! Yay! Brilliant.
Yeah, well, you know, you look at the daily. It's we still got some good levels. I mean,
I know somebody wanted to understand how to work out lot sizes, if I'm not mistaken. And I have gone through this, but we can go through this again, especially if you're on the lower time frames and you need to do it quickly. No. We'll do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway live in front of you, and then only the winners need to email me. There's a couple of people that had issues with the last one, just 1 or 2 people. I will sort that out as well today for you. I'm trying to find the person. If there wasn't actually, I swear. How to calculate lot sizes. Okay, so I've got loads of people have their own ways to do it fast. To do it fast, you can just do it on a calculator. So let's say this is 58 points away, okay? And I want to risk. So let's say I want to risk $100 on this, okay? So $100, that's my risk. So my risk divided by my stop loss, so 5.8. So my entry to my stop loss, that comes to 1.17. And then you basically divide that by the size of the contract. So on Forex, it's 10. That gives you 1.72. Okay. Now this is 12 because I've got 2 lots on here. So let's do it like this then. So $112. That's the risk that I want to take on this trade, divided by 5.6, which is the stop loss from my entry, equals 20. Divide by 10, which is the contract size, is 2. That's the fastest way you're going to work out position size that you have to put on. Or you can just go, okay, if I want to put my stop down here and it's 5 points, if one lot, that's 50. If I want to lose 100, so that's 2 lots. If I'm willing to do 200, well, that's 4 lots. So it's super easy just to work it out on a win. There you go. Now, aren't you happy that you didn't close that out? You know what? You would have closed that out before.
I am definitely happy. Euphoric. I want to see that breakout.
I love it. Yeah, no problems for Indian traders. We've got a lot of Indian traders. We don't offer any futures. This is an interesting one. To be a full-time trader, how much money should you stack up for like 1 or 2 years before quitting? Jonathan, this is at you, man. I'm aiming this one at you because you've been doing it for 9 years. You're muted, mate.
Yeah, you need a lot of money. That's a quick answer. You need a shit ton of money. So I think, you know, if you wanna go full time, which means like full time trading and not do anything else, you obviously need a lot of money because you can't be totally reliant on your trading income because there's going to be months where you're not making money. So you want to make sure that you have enough savings saved up to pay for the losing months. Exactly how much money that is, you think you have to sit down and do some calculations on your own. How much money do you need to survive? That's going to be different from someone living in India and me living in Sweden. You're going to calculate how much money do you need to survive. What's your profitability? What's your what's your profitability month to month? Is there a risk that you're going to have 2 or 3 losing month in a row? You need to have savings to make sure that you pay for the months where you're not making any income basically from trading. I think at least 6 months of living expenses saved up. Yep. is what I would say. And I think that in some cases might not be a lot, because imagine if you, let's say you have 6 months of living expenses saved up, you start trading, you're unprofitable for the first 2 months. All right, now we got 4 months left of living expenses. It's probably time to get a job, you know? So yeah, you need a lot of money. But honestly, guys, like, I think you want to keep that job for as long as possible. Trade on the side for as long as possible, because the less you need the money, the better your trading is going to be. And yeah, so at least 6 months, but 1 year or even 2 years is obviously the much better option. But I know that very few people have 1 or 2 years of living expenses saved up in a bank account, and that's why we exist. You know what I mean?
So when I was doing the calculation, sorry guys, I didn't show the calculator. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
I do not.
So for instance, yeah, sorry guys. For instance, if you want to do this quick on the whim, so you've got your risk divided by the distance between your entry to your stop loss divided by contract. That's all it is. So let's say I'm risking, because on this trade I'm risking $112, okay, and it's easy. So I want to risk $112 on this trade. So 112 divided by where my stop loss is, which is 5.6 pips away. So I'm going to go divide 5.6 equals 20, and then you divide that by the contract size, which is 10, which gives you 2, and then you just put 2 in there, you enter, and then you put your stop loss there. We can do another one. Let's say you want to risk $568, okay, and we want to put a 25 pip stop loss, okay? So you go 568 divided by 25 equals 22.72. Now you could just go divide 10, or you could just move the decimal point to the side. So for you looking at that, you want 2.2 lots. Super quick and super easy. We can do another one. Let's say if we go into the 1 minute, let's go into a clean chart. Okay, let's say I want to get in a short here. Let's say I want to get in a short here, and it's 5.4 pips. And I want to risk $100. $100 divided by 5.4 equals 18. So 1.8 is what I would want to put on if my stop loss was at 5.4. So I'm going to go 1.8. Drag this up to 5.4. There you go. And it's 97 because of the conversion rate. But there you go. Roughly, that's how you do it. On Euro, it will work perfectly. But that's roughly how I work out my my stop losses. So there you go. My position sizing. Where's my calculator?
You can also just go to a Forex calculator online. Is Google, position size calculator. But I mean,
do you know what? Do you know how long you have to wait for it to load, and you have to do this and you have to do that? Oh God, hold on a second. Let me close that position that I didn't want. You have to wait for it to load. You have to insert everything. If you've got a calculator next to you and you just go bang, 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 and you're in the trade, especially if you're an aggressive trader.
Yeah, but I mean, if I got this right, and this just put in the entry stop loss TP, and I'm gonna press trade here, and it's gonna enter the position for me. And also, I put in the risk here. I get the position size right here. So this is free. It's Google position size calculator MT5, I believe, and you'll get it up.
Yep.
This is probably one of the slowest sessions we had. Price is not doing much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an alert. I'm gonna put an alert above these highs here, and at that point I'll move my stops up a little bit, and then I'll just forget about this trade. Yeah, and you have a risk to reward tool in TradingView as well, but then you have to, I believe, actually be connected to an account. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with Bitcoin after the FOMC, because we do have on the daily here, I mean, still we got about 9 hours left till the daily candle close, but we have got the FOMC coming up. Is it to the upside?
Yep. Yep. You're starting to push.
That is beautiful. You remember, like, again, we got again, remember how we talked about? I talked about the monthly open level right here. Hindsight trading is easy.
I am about nearly, I'm 3R up at the moment.
3R?
Which has been, 3R. So 3, normally I'd risk.
Nice. Yeah, we're up about 3% there on the account.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm still only risking like 0.25%. So I'm only up like around $50 here. You see, I'm still on the 160K account. I'm down to 158. So that is about, what is it, 2%? 1.5, 2% or so.
Struggling to break these highs though. And we've got 8 minutes in this 15-minute candle. And we've got to go soon.
Yeah, man, I got this.
What you thinking?
What I'm thinking when I come up with a secret word.
Okie dokie. Let's get it going. Time that you guys been waiting for at home. We are going to start the giveaway. First, I've got to actually do the word though. I should wait until I've got the word and then do that. Sound effect.
Probably. Let's. We got a lot
Yeah,
of good.
bro. That's gonna hit that 200 EMA.
Is it gonna hit the TP
Such
though?
lovely price. When you look at that, that's perfect. That's really nice price action. You can see like the market, the structure of that price action. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows.
That's all it is. And then you quickly learn to remove the noise and you see that trend. We still have people writing 250K. That must be bots, right? Can't be real people still doing 250K.
Can people put on bots to do stuff like that? Is it possible?
Probably. Maybe that's why we had over 25,000 comments on the last live stream. It's crazy. Come on, just break out already. Give me that profit. What? How come I'm only up about 100?
Because
Should
you on
more?
No, because of the conversion. You're on a dollars account, so you got to convert then what you're making. You got to then convert it into dollars. But I guess actually euro into dollars because you're buying euro. And it should be. How many pips are you up?
You're saying the profit here is in euro.
Yeah, I would say so. No.
No. This should be US.
It should.
Yeah, this is definitely US. Because if you look at the balance and equity there.
So yeah, it would do the conversion normally. But let's say if you're buying euro, then obviously whatever you're making on the chart, then they'd have to convert it then into.
But isn't it already converted here?
Yeah, it should be already converted. So that's why price may look a little bit lower. Like the profit might be a little bit not to what you're expecting. Oh no, okay. Now we're getting something. Go on, son. Go on, push. And Jonathan is in the same trade. Let's go, baby. Let's pump this up. Yeah, this is what we're saying. Pump it up for the chat, guys.
Right, I'm moving. Yeah, I just had the realization that that's confusing. Yeah, if you
what is
the conversion?
Yeah.
So now that we had that breakout, I'm thinking I'm going to move my stop loss here because now we actually have a low, higher low structure.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think I'm going to do the same actually. I'm going to move everything into profit.
Well, I can't move it into profit because I don't have, but I'm going to move it here. So I think it would be half an hour loss on this position.
Oof, nice 4 hour up. Nearly 4 hour up.
Yeah, it's looking
okay.
good.
I've got to get the giveaway sorted. I'm getting distracted, Alex. You are getting distracted right now. The goddamn trading boys getting distracted. Okay. The special word is no. Why is it not doing it? So if you are a gym buddy, you will understand who this person is. And if you're not,
yeah, buddy, lightweight.
This is who he is. So there you go. The giveaway time, boys and girls. There you go. Yeah, buddy is the word.
All right, we got the 212
entries.
EMA. hitting the 200 EMA right here. Is this when we get the? You know what? Like I'm.
It's a nice. Do you know what? It's a good place to
Don't
take
save,
some.
man. Don't save, man.
It is. It is. But then again, it could push, like we saw on the 4 hour, it pushing, breaking through. The next candle prints, comes back down. And so that could happen as well.
Yeah.
Are we
Let's
going
see
to?
what's the loss of that.
We got probably about 4 hour on this. No.
That's a really good trade, man. It's a really good trade.
For people thinking it was going to hit the stop loss, I do not think it's going to hit the stop loss at the moment. But 57 of you were right.
So for those of you who's like, Alex is up 6K USD on this account, and he got the account this week, right?
I got the account on. Well, I got the account on Sunday. I got the account last week, but I could only trade it on Monday, and then I instantly went into drawdown for doing reckless stuff, like I'm doing right now, and we got it. We got it back. We got it back through also reckless trading, but better reckless trading.
That's 6K profit in a week or in a couple of days.
Yeah, maybe I should start actually. Maybe I should start slowing down on the risk actually, because one day it is going to bite me on these live streams.
I think you have a really good buffer now. You know, what I mean, like you're in good profits. I think you're up 6%, right? So
yeah, up 6%.
Yeah, I mean,
need to get 10%, and then we
dude, look at
get a bigger account.
Look at the 200 EMA.
Oh no, bro.
Look at the 200 EMA.
Oh,
Dude.
did it hit it or did it? Oh, mate. I don't want to tell you what I told you, son. I told you. It front run the 2MO. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. This is normal price action. It's pushing up. Promise you, just hold it.
If this is the end of the trend, I am just going to
It's
sell.
not the end of the trend. It's not. Did it touch it by the pip? Did it touch that EMA? It didn't, did it? It front run it.
The high is 74, and the actual EMA. Let's see if we can find the arguments. We'll see. Well. All right, so the actual value is 75, and the high of the candle is 74.
One pip, front run it by 1 pip. I don't. Yeah. I think you're still good. Honestly, I think you're still good. Seriously, unless it starts really breaking down, which I really don't think so. Okay, that doesn't look too good, but let's see if that turns into a pin.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything stupid here though. I'm gonna keep this open.
Nice. You've already taken off a little bit of risk, so you're totally fine. Just hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Okay, we got 633. I'm going to give everybody another few minutes, and then we are going to do the giveaway. And how many likes have we got?
Let's see. Well, we got 1K.
Okay, so we got 4 accounts then. 4 250K accounts. I told you, look, it front run it, but it didn't touch it. If it touched it, then came down, I think it would have been okay. You're problematic right there.
Yeah.
but I think you're fine. And
How many entries do you have?
so I've got 10 lots here. I've got 5 lots here, and I've got 2 lots there. So that's 3. So that's 17.
I mean, how many entries do you
17
have in the
lots.
giveaway?
How many entries you got in the giveaway? God. How many entries have we got in the giveaway? We have got 689. So let us get started.
Just to be clear, guys, you only have to write it once. The giveaway tool that we're using is only selecting one of your comments, so there's no need to comment more than once.
Let's go. This is what you've all been waiting for. Okie dokie. Nice.
Doesn't look like.
So send me. Yeah. Send me. We don't want to get cancelled here, so I'm not going to say anything.
About that.
Yeah. So Lauren, send me an email right now. So you've seen it. Send me an email right now. Everybody's got an hour to get an email to me with the screenshot of your YouTube profile. Now, straight away. Otherwise, somebody else is going to take it. We have got ideas of how we're actually going to change all these giveaways up. How we're going to change the giveaways. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything you're seeing here is basically a work in progress. We're developing the whole structure of the trading room in real time here. And the idea is to have the giveaways being confirmed automatically in the future, where you're not supposed to have to email screenshots and stuff like that in the future. But for now, this is what we have, and it's important that you send an email as soon as you see your name, because otherwise someone else will do it before you, and you'll lose the account.
Yeah, well, somebody will get the account. It's which one of you? So you can be the same person.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
B Woods Beats. It's one B Woods Beats. It's either the real B Wood Beats or it's the duplicated B Wood Beats.
Yeah,
but one of you.
Only one of
you. Wicked. Okay, and should we say goodbye to this trade? We shall say goodbye. I am closing.
Well, you're up a lot, so I guess you can close that in some nice profits. I feel like I wanna keep my trade open. Wait for that.
I'm gonna modify market execution. Gonna take out 8. And if news comes, it could come down now. I'm just gonna put that to break even. And how much have I got running? 422. No, I'm just gonna leave 1 in there. If I leave 2 in there for a swing, how much would that be in that particular area? Would be yeah, let's take out another 1 and just leave that run. We are done.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave my position open, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I reckon you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So
thank you, very guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. This was the last live trading room of the week. Next week we got Monday. Yeah.
Sorry, Jonathan. I'm just saying. After this, obviously, we got Trade the Pool are doing live trading right now on all of the equity sides of the industry. So they've obviously Trade Pool is our sister company that deals with day trading equities. So Mickey is in positions right now. He is with other people and they are also trading. So if you're interested in that side of the business, we are going to redirect you straight away to them.
All right. And next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, same time, 8 a.m. Eastern, we're here and we got guests coming on. We got Scruffy, I believe, coming on, right?
Yep, we got Scruffy. We've got Paul Scott also coming on, which is an institutional trader from the UK. He's worked at all of the biggest banks. He will talk about key levels. Now, this is key levels that they looked at when they were on the trading floor. And this is, they would call up one banker and they'd be like, okay, you're looking at buying at this level. This is what we're going to do. So little bits of tricks of the trade, stuff that he's going to talk us through, maybe a couple of stories from back then, maybe some talk about some of the manipulation that actually does happen. I don't know if you would like me talking about it, but there is the manipulation does happen with certain clients that come through to the bank. We'll see what happens on that one. So I'll try and get him in on the Monday, and Scruffy is on a Wednesday, isn't he, or Tuesday?
I think Wednesday. Let's see.
Wednesday.
We'll set it all up this weekend. So what you can do is you can go to our, if you go to YouTube channel and you look at the homepage of YouTube channel, you will see all upcoming live streams. So go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified. If you press that little bell notification button, you'll get notified whenever we go live. All right, guys. See you guys next week. Take care.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check out